What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers. So please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. Do me a big favor, guys. If you want to follow me when I'm not on the airwaves of YouTube, do me a big favor. Get down in the description box. Click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link and give me a follow on Instagram. And then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me. I really would appreciate that. So I can say thank you as well. You guys have been awesome to me over these last 4.5 years. So y'all know, man, I'm rocking with y'all just like y'all rocking with me, right? And today we're going to get into a little recap of what happened last week in the stock market and why I believe what's coming is an opportunity for me to 6x my net worth. I'm going to walk you through why I think we're getting ready to see a run. This continuous bull market I talk about every single day is getting ready to pull itself out of this correction territory, this consolidation territory, and starting to head north, to the North Star, to the moon. We're going to talk about that. But before we do that, do me a big favor. Get down in the description box. Click on that second link, which is Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor website. It's not about me trying to sell you something that you don't need. It's really about me providing you the opportunity to be able to collapse time frames and get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's really what it's all about, right? So, hey, you guys do me a big favor. Like I said, get yourself to the website. Like I said, second link down in the description box, and check out those digital products. And while you're there, consider joining the Wealth Builders Mentorship Club. That thing is doing great. I mean, we got over 850 of you guys already in the mentorship club, the Wealth Builders Mentorship Club. And if you go spend some time on the community chat, it's lit, guys. Got a lot of good stuff over there that's really good. I'm enjoying my time over there, which is every day. We got people in there that are looking to help you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's the main thing, right? Is to help as many people as we can reach their financial goals. Again, not trying to be experts. We're just people who are building wealth and are willing to share our experiences with others. Tell people what's working, what's not working for us, and then that will help people be able to make a better decision about what they're trying to get accomplished. So become a wealth builder today through the website. Just hit the join button or the membership button and become a wealth builder today. We'd love to have you over there. And every Monday we have Q&As, a Q&A every Monday just for wealth builders. And I'm in that Q&A answering questions for at least 90 minutes. So any questions that you have that I can lend my 30 years of experience building wealth to, I'll be more than happy to, right? So that's part of being a wealth builder and being a part of that family. We're the fastest growing financial community on Patreon, by the way. If just to let you guys know, we are making strides and doing very well. The next thing I want to mention before we get started is Moomoo, my self-directed brokerage app that I'm going to be using over the next 10 years to 6x my net worth. First link down in the description box. The good folks at Moomoo have a special offer for you guys. They're going to give you up to 20 free stocks. Up to 20 free stocks, guys. Listen, it's going to be hard to pass that up. I mean, up to 20 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app, right? That's the first link down in the description box. Here's how it works. When you sign up for Moomoo, brand new account, and you decide to put at least $100 to start your brand new account, they're going to give you 8 free stocks. If you decide to put $1,000 in your brand new account, they're going to give you 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies, right? These stocks can be valued anywhere from $2 a share all the way up to $2,000 a share for each. So I don't pick them, you don't pick them, they're randomly picked, but who knows? You may be able to get a Magnificent Seven company. You might be able to get an S&P 500 company. You may end up getting a mega cap or a hyperscaler. I mean, it could be any of those companies, guys, because it's publicly traded companies, right? So if you want to take advantage of that opportunity, get down to the description box, click on the Moomoo link, sign up for Moomoo today, go ahead and fund it, get yourself up to 20 free stocks. Now, for you guys that don't know how to use self-directed brokerage apps, all you got to do is send me send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Send me an email and say, hey, Richard, I've opened my Moomoo account, I've funded it, but I need to learn how to use this brokerage app. And I'm gonna send you some tutorial videos, 2 tutorial videos that the good folks at Moomoo have put together for us. We're gonna send you that, and then that'll help you learn how to use the brokerage app. And then if you want to, you also can go ahead and request my wealth transfer blueprint videos, 1.0, 2.0, outlining all the investments that I'm buying over the next 10 years to 6x my net worth. Not that I'm an expert, not that I'm trying to tell you what to do, not that I'm a financial advisor, because I'm not. What I'm doing is giving you an opportunity to look inside of what I'm doing. And if any of those things resonate with you, you can go ahead and do a little research and try them out for yourself. That's the reason I'm offering that. So be more than happy to give you that if that will help you collapse time frames and make a better decision of what you're trying to do. Let me take a look here, because I thought live chat replay. No, I don't want live chat replay. So live chat, let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out, I thought I turned the chat on, but don't look like it. Yeah, I just turned it on, so here we go. Let's try that again. I'm not sure what's going on with the live chat, but I got it turned on, so hopefully it's working, guys. Well, let's move on. Let's get into the conversation we want to talk about today. As you guys can see, I'm not in my normal backdrop. I'm actually on the road traveling, so you know how it is when I'm on the road traveling. I have to buckle down and try and get this done wherever I can get it done. So I'm not in my normal spot right now, but hopefully the internet connection is good. I'm not sure why the live chat is not working, because I got it on. Yeah, I got the live chat on, but I don't see anything on my screen here, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with the live chat. But let me check it one more time, guys, before we dive into this information. I got the live chat on, but I don't understand why I don't see it. So let me just double check here again, because it keeps saying live chat replay. No, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Well, let me see what I got going here. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. All right, custom subscribers. All right, live reactions. Yeah, I got it in here, so I don't know what's going on here. Let's see here. Let's try it one more time, and then we're gonna just scratch it and just keep going. I'm not sure why in the world is the live chat not on when I specifically want it on here. Let's see, live chat, all messages are visible. Here we go. Let's see if that'll work. Oh, here we go. I think that's what was going on. Maybe that now, maybe it's in. Okay. All right. Well, nevertheless, if the live chat catch up, it catch up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But let's get going before we waste too much time on that. So here's the concept. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's some information that I believe I'm gonna share with you today that's kind of setting the stock market up to bounce, right? It's gonna bounce. And if we look at where we came out of last week, Black Monday, right, which was August 5th, where pre-market everything tanked. I mean, everything fell. And then by the time the market opened, things start to recover a little bit. And I had told you guys yesterday that most of the activity, the volume, when you look at the volume from Black Monday, you had more institutional investors buying more than they were selling. You had more retail investors selling more than they were buying. So that was the first telltale sign for me, was that why in the world was all of these retail investors selling? And why were the institutional investors buying? Well, that tells us something, that it's getting ready to be a run, right? These institutional investors were picking up all of these blue chip big boy stocks, ETFs, at a discount. They were loading up. They were loading up for a run. And now the information I'm going to share with you makes sense. It makes sense why they were loading up, because the stock market is getting ready to come out of this bear market that we have been in, this period of consolidation and correction. We're getting ready to come out of this thing, right? Here's what I'm talking about. Let me walk you through it. Here's something that I got from the actual Moomoo app. That's why I keep telling you guys, this Moomoo app is it's more than just a place where you just go buy, individual stocks and ETFs. It's also a place where you can go research. And they always have the trending topics and the things that are currently happening. You can go search and find this stuff in the app. And here's one of the things that I found. Matter of fact, it came from one of my folks in the Wealth Builder group. Came from one of the folks in the Wealth Builder group, actually. And this information that I'm going to share with you. Here's the headline. Nvidia, Broadcom, AMD, ARM attract bullish option positions amid strong AI demand. That's the headline, right? And I found out about this through the Wealth Builders community chat, right? Mopar, one of the guys that's in the chat, part of the Wealth Builders, dropped this in the community chat. And I was looking at it this morning. I said, you know something? That makes perfect sense to me. That makes perfect sense to me. So let me share with you guys, because I'm setting up for you Black Monday. Again, this is important, so pay attention to this. Black Monday, when you go look at the trading volume, just go to Google and look at the trading volume. The trading volume tells us institutional investors were buying more than they were selling. Now, why in the world were they buying more? Because they know something. Something's getting ready to happen. That's the reason they were buying all of these blue chip assets at a discount on Monday. And I believe that carried through the rest of the week. Why do I say that? Because the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ, and the Dow all closed in the green for the week. They pretty much almost recaptured all of the losses on Black Monday throughout the week. Why is that? Institutional investors are starting to buy again. This is what I'm telling y'all guys. This is what you gotta think about. Institutional investors are starting to buy again. And they started on Black Monday. That's why their trading volume was higher than selling volume. Their buying volume was higher than their selling volume. That's big, right? So this information I'm gonna share with you is it just adds to and starts to connect the dots. So here we know. And I know a lot of you guys don't do options trading. I don't do options trading either. But the activity from options trading helps us understand what's getting ready to happen. So here we go. Financial institutions are placing millions of dollars in bullish option positions in Nvidia, Broadcom, Advanced Micro Devices, and ARM Holdings. What do they mean by bullish? They are making call positions in a situation where they believe the stock price is going to do what? Go up. That's what bullish means. They believe these call options that they're starting to execute are in such a way that they believe the stock is going to go up. Millions of dollars. And I'm telling you guys, this started on Black Monday. This is my opinion. You guys got to go out and do your homework and figure it out for yourself. But I'm telling you, this all started on Monday, Black Monday, right? So here we go. As capital spending on chips that power artificial intelligence applications remain strong, right? They're starting to make their move, guys. These institutional investors are starting to make their move back into chip makers. They're starting to make their move back into semiconductors, right? The momentum that's pushing up demand for central processing units, CPUs, and graphic processing units, GPUs, and networking chips used in artificial intelligence servers could last through 2024, even amid slowing broader networking spending, according to Bloomberg Intelligence Survey of Chief Information Officers. Right? So let's keep moving here. Let's see what these guys are doing. Among the biggest bullish positions taken Friday, that was just yesterday, was a block trade involving a buyer paying 3.3 million premium for a call options that give the holder the right to purchase 200,000 shares of Nvidia at $120 each by June 20, 2025. That's huge, guys. Again, you don't have to be an options trader to understand what's happening here. Somebody just executed a call option for $3.3 million premium on 200,000 shares of Nvidia at $120 a share. So somebody's betting big that that stock price is going to go up. Just telling you guys, you got to see what's happening here. And it's happening from major players. Not a mom and pop player like you and me, but major players. You don't put this type of premium on a call option to buy 200,000 at $120 a share. That's a lot. That strike price is about 14% higher than the current price of $104.90. So somebody is paying a premium to be able to buy shares at $120 a share, which is 14% higher than what it is today. What does that tell you? Something getting ready to happen, guys. Somebody knows something you and I don't know. Somebody knows something that you and I don't know. But see, here's how we track the 1%. We got to follow the 1%. See, this is a 1%er here doing this. I don't know who it is, but it's a 1%er. 3.3 million premium, 200,000 shares at $120 a share. So that means at 120,000 a share, to make money, they got to go up. 14% already upside if you're buying at today's price, which it closed on Friday at 104.90. So you buy at 104.90, you got a 14% uptick until you get to the 120 premium that this person just paid to have the ability to buy at that price. 200,000 shares. So let's keep, which may signal, here's the thing, that strike price is about 14% higher than the current strike price of 104.90, which may signal optimism that the chip Titan could resume its rally towards a record. See, that's optimism coming back in, guys. That's the 1% starting to move back in. I tell you, if we watch these guys, they'll tell us exactly everything that's getting ready to happen. That's why I tell you, the 1% is who I watch. I'm not an expert here, guys. I'm not a stock analyst. I'm not a financial advisor. But when I can go to the Moo app, right, and find this type of information, it helps me be what? A better investor. It helps me follow the 1%, right? So that's the play on Nvidia, right? That's the play on Nvidia. So it says Nvidia may keep the stronghold. The Bloomberg intelligence analyst said broader adoption of Ethernet and rising competition are likely to drive market share shifts, and Broadcom, ARM, and advanced micro devices could gain. So what they're telling you is this thing ain't over. And they're saying not just Nvidia or Nvidia, however you want to pronounce it. Not just Nvidia is able to take advantage of this, but Broadcom, ARM, and advanced micro devices also can be a player. And here's why. Let's talk about these guys. In the case of Broadcom, a financial institution sold put options that give the holder the right to sell 1.06 million shares at 153 each by the end of next week. Investors and speculators typically sell put options when they expect the value of the stock to rise above the strike price. That could signal optimism for further gains for Broadcom as the stock price rose 2.1% to 148.75 as of 2:34 p.m. on Friday. See what I'm trying to tell you? People think these stock prices are getting ready to go up, guys. 1.06 million shares. Put option. 1.06 million shares at 153. Somebody thinks Broadcom stock is getting ready to move upward. Why? This is all 1%ers, guys. This is not a retail investor doing this kind of stuff. These are 1%ers. Something's getting ready to happen. Here's one for AMD. Let's check out this one. AMD also saw a big block of bullish trade in call options that give the holder the right to buy 118,000 shares of the chip maker at 135 in 861 days. The buyer paid a 5.32 million premium for those options. The stock traded at 134.78 as of Friday. So somebody out here, 1%er now, 1%er, has bought a call option, 118,000 shares at 135. Got 861 days to execute, right? To exercise. Paid 5.32 million premium. It's a 1%er, guys. Why? Why all this activity for stocks to go up now? You got Nvidia, right? You got Broadcom. You got AMD. And now I'm finna give you one for ARM. These are all chip makers. These are all the semiconductors. Why are the 1% starting to make moves on these stocks? What's getting ready to happen, guys? Something's getting ready to happen. The 1% knows something, right? Let's talk about ARM. In the case of ARM Holdings, a block trade for call options giving the holder the right to buy 224,000 shares at 115 was posted at 1:21:58 p.m. on Friday. This past Friday, guys, I keep telling y'all this thing finna run. Listen, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm just following the breadcrumbs of the 1%, the financial breadcrumbs. People are not executing these call options, guys, for no reason. They're not executing these options for no reason, guys. These calls and these puts, they're not putting them in place for no reason. They're putting them in place because they believe these stock prices are getting ready to go up. That's why they're starting to put these in place. Remember I told you guys, see the 1%, they make money on the way down and they make money on the way up. Guess what? They made a bunch of money on the way down. Y'all know over the last 3 weeks, they've been pushing these semiconductors down. They've been pushing these mega caps down, these hyperscalers down. And it all culminated on Black Monday. Now I think you're gonna see a concerted effort to start pushing them up. That's why you're starting to see all these call options, bullish call options for stock prices to go up over a period of time. I'm not saying it's gonna happen next week, but you can tell people are positioning themselves, the 1% are positioning themselves for these things to run. Listen, man, in the case of ARM Holdings, a block trade for call options, giving the holder the right to buy 224,000 shares at 115. The buyer paid, check this out. Something getting ready to happen, guys, I'm telling you. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do. I ain't trying to tell you what to buy. But I'm telling you guys, something happening. Check out this price. Check out what the buyer paid. The buyer paid $11.92 million. $11.92 million for those options expiring on December 18, 2026. That could be seen as a sign of optimism for a rebound for that's down 0.9 at 117.30. These are all bullish, guys. Something's getting ready to happen. Like I said, I don't know if it's next week. I don't know if it's next month, but it's coming. This buyer paid $11.92 million for these options to buy at 115, 224,000 shares. Somebody trying to get super rich, guys. Somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. I don't. The high score of ARM based on CPUs is 47%, highlights the company's share advances in a large. Okay, we know that. Broader adoption of Ethernet, fine. Right? Fine. Fine. The point here I'm trying to make, guys, by giving y'all this little bit of intel from the Moomoo app. This comes from the Moomoo app. That's why I keep telling y'all, down in the description box, click on the Moomoo link. Open up your Moomoo account today, get your 20 free stocks, up to 20 free stocks based on the deposit that you make. And then you're going to get intel every single day like this. This is coming from the Moomoo app. This intel telling us what the 1% is doing. How valuable is that for a retail investor like us? It's valuable information, guys. Valuable information. Now let's talk about the stock market. This is from Yahoo Finance. This is from Yahoo Finance. All of this information, guys, I find out online. And this is the bit of information that I take and do what with it? Convert it into what? What do I convert it into? I convert it into execution. Here we go. Stock market today, they're talking about Friday. S&P 500, NASDAQ rose, nearly wiping out the week's losses in wild turnaround. What are they talking about, this wild turnaround? We started with Black Monday. Stock market fell like a ton of bricks, going to the bottom of the ocean, pre-market. And by the end of the week, it pretty much almost wiped out all of that stuff that happened on Monday, guys. Back to what I told you earlier. My opinion, and only my opinion. My opinion is this. Here's my opinion. My opinion is that 1%ers started buying on Black Monday, started making large purchases of big boy blue chip paper assets. And the reason I know that is because I went out and did the research and I looked at the trading volume on Monday, which you can too. Go right to Google and look at the trading volume. And when I look at the trading volume and I look at who was buying, it was institutional investors, hedge funds, billionaires, the 1%. When I looked at who was selling, it was retail investors like you and me. We were selling, they were buying. Why? I just gave you why, in my opinion. I just gave you why when I read this article that came from the Moo app. Came from the Moo app, guys. That's why. There's something getting ready to happen. And I'm going to position myself to be able to take advantage of it. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen next week, the week after, a month. I don't know. But I'm going to position myself and be prepared and be ready because it's coming. It's coming, guys. I'm telling you guys, it's coming. But here's Yahoo Finance. Let me run you through a few things here to further put an exclamation point on what I'm talking about. Higher trading on Friday capped a major comeback on Wall Street as late-stage gains largely wiped out away Monday's heavy losses. See, heavy losses on Monday were heavy gains for somebody. Somebody lost, somebody won. Somebody lost, somebody gained. I'm telling you right now, who was losing? It was retail investors. Who was gaining? Institutional investors. Again, these guys over the last 3 weeks to a month have been driving down stock prices. Why? For Black Monday. So that they could buy at a heavy discount and then run this thing back up. That's my opinion. I got no proof of that other than the numbers. Think about it. Over the last month, what have we been reading every day? How semiconductors are in trouble. There won't be anybody to buy the chips. Well, why are these hyperscalers buying all of this, spending all this money on these chips when they're getting no return yet? We've just been getting all this negative stuff, right? In an effort to push stocks down to the low, which happened on Monday. So when the stock got pushed all the way down, and what helped put the last nail in the coffin? The jobs report. The jobs report. The July jobs report. That was the final nail in the coffin. Because once that report came out on Friday, guess what happened? Everything tanked that following Monday. Everything tanked. All I'm telling you guys is this. All of this is connecting the dots. 1%ers started in June, starting to run this thing down, beat down stocks. And initially, what did they say? Oh, we're rotating out. We're rotating out mega caps. That's what they initially said. We're rotating out of mega caps. We're going into small caps. We're rotating out of mega caps. We're going into small caps because the Fed getting ready to reduce interest rates. That's what they said. That's initially what they said. I never believed that from the beginning, but that's what they said. All right? Then all of a sudden, they started coming out with this crazy stuff about Google. Remember, Google came out with its earnings report. Google's earnings report was amazing. But what did they do? Instead of praising Google, what did they do? They went through the financials and they found one line item, which was the YouTube revenue, because Google owns YouTube. They went and looked at the YouTube revenue, and they said on the YouTube revenue, hey, they missed on the YouTube revenue. YouTube revenue came in at I can't remember the exact number, but the YouTube revenue came in at like 8.5 billion. The market wanted it to come in at 8.7 billion. Everything else, Google, top line, bottom line, beat expectations. Instead of praising Google, stock price going up, what did they do? They said, no, we're not satisfied with that. They missed on YouTube revenue. Guess what happens to stock price? It goes down. You make it on top line revenue, you kill it on bottom line, but your stock price don't go up. It actually goes down by 10%. Right? Who else came out? Microsoft comes out. Same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft beats on top line, beats on bottom line, pretty much beat on everything. They went and found one line item in their cloud services. Now, the overall cloud services revenue beat expectations, but they went even deeper. They found one little thing in the cloud services revenue that they didn't like, and that's what they focused on. And what happened to Microsoft stock price after a good earnings report? Declined. Now, when do you have a beat on your earnings report and your stock price goes down? That's when the 1% want to beat the stock price down for a reason. They want to beat the stock price down for a reason. How do they do that? Through propaganda, through market manipulation, right? That's how they do it. So that's what they did. So all of these mega caps, these hyperscalers were coming out with their earnings. They beat them down. They found one thing that was negative, and that's what they reported on. That's what they zeroed in on to beat the stock price down. Then we came through with who? Meta. Then Meta came through. And then Apple came through. And then all of a sudden, Amazon comes through. Amazon misses on top line revenue. Oh my goodness, that was it. That was it. Amazon stock tumbled. Tumbled. They missed on top line revenue, tumbled. So you got, obviously, you know what happened to Tesla. I think Tesla missed on revenue too, tumbled. You see what happened to Tesla stock, right? So you got 6 of the 7 magnificent 7 companies. 2 real miss, and then you had 4 of them that did miss. But they made it seem like they missed, except Meta. That's the only one they didn't try to, they had nothing to go on Meta because Meta killed everything. Guess what they did to Apple? Same thing. Apple hit top line, Apple hit bottom line, Apple hit everything good except one thing, which was their MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro didn't hit expectations. Very little though. I think it came in at 7.1 billion in revenue for the Mac for that period, that time period, and the street wanted 7.3, and it came in 7.1 billion. Street wanted 7.3 billion. Everything else Apple beat, and they still tried to come negative on them. Oh, and guess how they tried to come negative on them? Oh, things are not that good in China. They're products that they're selling in China that's soft. That was the headline. The headline wasn't that they beat everything else. The headline was they soft in China. Product sales are soft in China. That was the headline. To do what? Propagandize you and me. Boop, run the stock price down. The only one they didn't try to run that they couldn't run down was Meta, because Meta killed it. So 6 of your top 7 magnificent 7 companies have reported. 4 of them I think did well. 2 of them missed. Tesla missed on top line revenue, and Amazon missed on top line revenue. So who's the last one? Who's the last one? That would be Nvidia. Nvidia is the last one. And see, I think people know Nvidia is going to kill this thing. I think the 1% know that. So the 1% is starting to buy and build up now. They're starting to get ready to go and get ready for this run. Because in the short term, whatever Nvidia does, the stock market does. I'm just telling you, that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy on YouTube, but I've been doing this for 30 years. So here we go. I just wanted to give you the little backdrop so that it'll make sense to people who are just starting to watch this thing and don't really watch my channel that much. This is where I'm coming from. This is why I'm telling you, this is why the stock market is getting ready to skyrocket. And I'm going to make a bunch of money. I don't know about you, but I am. I don't know what you're going to do. You may listen to this and do nothing. I'm going to make a bunch of money because I'm an executor. I'm an executor, right? I take information and I convert it to execution. So here we go. Here's Yahoo Finance. Here's Yahoo Finance. Higher trading on Friday capped a major comeback on Wall Street as last stage gains largely wiped away Monday's heavy losses, ending a turbulent week with a high note. Why a high note? 1% set this thing up so beautifully. They done made money on the way down by driving stock prices down, right? They made money that way. Now they're getting ready to make money on the way back up. Goodness gracious, these guys are geniuses. The S&P 500 rose close to 0.5%, while the NASDAQ increased 0.5%. The Dow gained 0.1%. So all three major indexes closed higher. Markets closed the most volatile week of the 2024 campaign. Monday saw the worst rout of the year. And Wall Street's fear gauge, the CBOE volatility index, the VIX, soared to its highest levels since the throes of the pandemic. By Thursday, though, a reassuring look at the labor market in the form of the normally routine report on weekly jobless claims, unemployment, gave investors reason to buy back in. No, that just was the excuse that they used. That was just the excuse. That was the excuse to trick you and to propagandize you. No, they had this plan the whole time since Black Monday. They were looking for a reason to tell you why they're starting to buy again. That's all it was. They were going to do this anyways. They were just looking for a good reason to say, hey guys, here's why we're buying so much now. They were just looking for a reason, guys. They used this jobless claims report, which is a routine report, guys. This is just a routine report. But they used that routine report, they poured gasoline on it to blow it up, to make you think, oh, that's why they're starting to run this thing. No, they started to run this thing because they've already made money on the way down, coming to an end on Black Monday. They bought it the cheapest price in 2024 on Black Monday, the cheapest the market's been. You had Nvidia down to $90.88. You haven't seen a price like that in 2024 on Nvidia, have you? Okay, they're starting to make sense now. Okay, now all of a sudden, you buy down here on the low. Now all of a sudden, you got to start doing what to you and me? Getting us to buy again. So now you come in with this weekly jobless claims report saying, oh, this is why we're starting to move. Okay, it's an excuse, and that's, you guys make your own determination. I'm giving you what I believe. I think it's all calculated. It's all orchestrated, right? So the S&P 500 and NASDAQ both rallied 2%, right? So all three major indexes rallied. We know that. In the end, with a modest rally on Friday, the major indexes wrapped the week near where they started. All the more reason, as many strategists told Yahoo Finance, to stay calm amid the chaos. Stay calm. See, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? What does the 1% do when they're ready to run? When they're ready to run down stocks, what do? They throw chaos out there. They started off way back in June with the whole thing about, oh, the United States government is getting ready to put stricter rules on semiconductor companies that sell their semiconductors and their chips to China. We're getting ready to put stricter guidelines. That was the first propaganda, right? And then, of course, the propaganda kept coming to do what? Put chaos in the market so that people could sell at the low. Now, all of a sudden, they want to take chaos out of the market so people could start buying and run up the price. Now they want to take chaos out of the market. They just put chaos in. Now they want to take that chaos out. So now it's stay calm, everybody. Just stay calm. Everything's going to be great. Now, this is the message. But a week ago, it was complete disaster, complete chaos. Now, all of a sudden, it's stay calm. These guys are good, man. The individual movers, Nvidia, was once again a market focus after wild swings of its own this week. Its stock closed slightly. Its stock closed down slightly as investors look for another catalyst in the AI trade. Nvidia, whose earnings are scheduled to arrive at the end of the month, is the last of the magnificent companies to report. So let me make sure I get this. And I told you guys this last week. I told you guys this before we even got into August. I told y'all, as it gets closer and closer to Nvidia's earnings report for the second quarter fiscal year 2025, what was going to happen? I told y'all this thing was going to start to run. We're going to start to see a complete turnaround in attitude of the 1% as we get closer. As we get closer to earnings day. And guess what? You're starting to see that ship turn. I told you guys this. It was coming. And it started. It's starting right now. Yahoo Finance is backing me up on this, guys. Yahoo Finance is backing me up on this. Nvidia, whose earnings are scheduled to arrive at the end of the month, is the last of the Magnificent Seven companies to report. Is it a coincidence that as we get closer to August 28th, earnings reporting day for Nvidia, the darling of Wall Street, the AI industry leader, the #1 chip maker in the world, the third largest company in the world? Is it a coincidence? All of a sudden now, we want calm in the economy. In the financial markets. Now we want calm. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. I don't think that's a coincidence, guys. I think that's orchestrated. I think that's orchestrated. I really do. I think it's orchestrated, and I think the market, let's put it this way, institutional investors right now are ready for this thing to happen. They're ready to make more money on the way up. I've walked you guys through what's happening in the options trading world when it comes to semiconductors. I walked you through what moves the 1%ers are making. You guys also know Nancy Pelosi, 20,000 shares of Nvidia stock. She bought a 10,000 block on around July 2nd. She bought another 10,000 block on around July 26th. She also bought a block of, I think it was call options on Broadcom. Early in July, she bought a block of call options on Broadcom. Guys, I'm telling y'all, something's getting ready to happen. Now, whether you guys pay attention or not, that's on you. You do what you got to do. But I'm telling you, it's happening. It is happening. And it's up to us to get in place, to put ourselves in position to take advantage of what's happening. It's up to us, not the 1%, right? not your favorite YouTuber, not your favorite TikToker. It's up to you and me as wealth builders. I've just sat here and walked you through my little rationale. I know exactly what's happening because I've been through this before. I've been in this game for 30 years doing this. I've been in this game 30 years following the 1%. For 30 years. I've been following the 1% for 30 years. And I know all their games. This is not a coincidence that as we get closer and closer to earnings day for Nvidia, because who's driving all of this stuff right now? Who drove the stock market, guys, in the first 6 months of 2024? Who drove the stock market? Semiconductors, mega caps, hyperscalers, tech industry. That's what drove the stock market in the first 6 months of this year. Let's not get it twisted. Interest rates too high for any of these other industries to drive anything. Interest rates too high. Without the hyperscalers, the mega caps, semiconductors, we would not have had what we had in the first 6 months. And guess who took advantage of that? 1%ers. They rode that thing till the wheels fell off of it. They rode that thing until the gas tank was completely empty. All the fumes were gone. And then what did they do? They parachuted out, made money on the way down, parachuted out, drove that thing down to Black Monday. And then on Black Monday, guess what they did? They did a U-turn. They started filling up the gas tank for the trip upward. See, they ran every bit of gas out of that thing on the way down to Black Monday. And then they turned around and started filling that thing back up. That's why the trading volume on Monday was bullish. People, they were buying. They had more buy volume than they had sell volume. I'm just telling you guys, you got to connect the dots. It's just one guy's opinion, but you go make your own opinion. You go out here and do your own research and come up with your own opinion. But I'm just telling you, the dots are connected for me. The dots are connected. There's no way anybody can tell me that this thing ain't getting ready to run. Look at the trading volume, guys. Look at what's happening in options. Look at what's happening on short positions. Starting to dwindle. The short positions are starting to dwindle. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the short positions on Nvidia. Let's see what type of volume is out there. Let's just take a look at the short positions on Nvidia if we can find it real quickly here. Let's see here. What is short on Nvidia? Now, listen, guys. Listen, I'm no expert here. I'm telling you, I'm no expert. I'm not. And I'm not trying to act like one, guys. I'm just a guy that gets on here and does a little research and tries to give y'all my opinion on what's going on in the financial markets, what's going on in the stock market, aka continuous bull market. I'm not an expert here. Please understand that. I'm not trying to be one. I'm not trying to play a financial advisor. I'm not trying to play a stock analyst on YouTube. I'm just a regular guy giving y'all his opinion. You got 280 million shares short. 280 million. Let's go back and see what the height was. Oh my God. Short positions on Nvidia, highest. Let's do highest short position, highest volume. Here we go. Here we go. Please let me find this, because I don't want to mess this up. But I'm trying to find the highest volume. I'm just trying to find the highest volume. Here we go. Here we go. Just hang in there with me, guys, just for a second. Let me see if I can find. So right now you got 280 million shares. Let me see what we at here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So on 6/15/2024, we had 315 million shares. Total shares sold short, 315 million. Represents about 41.55 billion. It's on 6/15 now. On 6/30, we had 300 million shares short, 37 billion. On 7/15 now, we had 280 million, 36 billion. See how it's starting to come down? See how it's starting to come down, the short positions? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. These short positions are starting to come down. Let's see right now. Let me see here. Let me see what the volume is. I'm trying to get a more up-to-date outstanding share. Okay. Let me try to find one that's actually. So my point here is that the short positions are starting to shrink. And the reason they're starting to shrink is because people, 1%ers, are starting to buy the shares again because they're cheap, right? They've already shorted the thing and made money on the way down. So now you'll see a U-turn and people are going to start buying, doing options, right? If they don't buy the physical stock, they're going to just do options, right? With a time period to execute it, right? That's what they're going to do. They don't buy the physical share. Now, some people will buy the physical share and they'll do the option. They'll do an option on it as well, right? Depending upon what type of investor you are. My point here is, as we get closer and closer to August 28th, you're going to start seeing more and more that short position is going to continue to go down. And you're going to start seeing probably more options trading from a call standpoint, and you're going to see more people starting to buy and take physical possession of the shares. That's what you're going to start seeing. It's already happening. It's already happening. It started on Monday, and it finished up the week that way. And I think as you get closer and closer to August 28th, you're going to see more and more activity go up. And you're going to see the rest of these semiconductors go up as well that are behind Nvidia. That's my belief. Now, you guys have to go out and do your own homework. You don't have to pay attention to me, but do your own homework. So here's some forecasts. Here's a forecast for Nvidia stock. Nvidia stock forecast says earnings this month will be the next big AI catalyst. What did the last article I just read, what did they say? They were waiting on the next catalyst for artificial intelligence. Guess what that next catalyst is going to be? August 28th. That's the next catalyst. Because the Fed is not going to reduce rates. I think they've made their stance. They're not going to reduce rates before September. So that's not going to be a catalyst until September. The next catalyst right now, since all the rest of the mega caps and the hyperscalers, the main ones, have already came out with their earnings reports, the only thing that's left is Nvidia. That's going to be the major catalyst. Whatever happens in that earnings report will set the stage for the rest of the year for the stock market. And I think the 1% believe it's going to be positive because they're starting to load up. And they started on Monday. They're starting to take some options. Most of them calls. I just walked you through Nvidia's one of a large transaction on Nvidia. I just walked you through a large transaction from options, right? From options. And in the Moo article, just to recap a little bit, financial institutions are placing millions of dollars in bullish options positions. Why are they doing that? Because they know a run is coming. They know something, a positive catalyst is coming that's going to run stocks higher. See, the 1% do the same thing over and over and over in the stock market, guys. Just a little FYI. They do the same thing over and over. The same thing. And that is this. They run stocks down and they make money on the way down. And then they run stocks back up and they make money on the way back up. That's what the 1% uses the stock market for. And they have for over 140 years, the modern stock market for 140 years, that's the way they've used it. Now, how do retail investors like you and me make money? We got to know when they're running it down, and then we got to know when they're going to run it up, right? Now, some of us may say, well, Richard, I honestly, I can't keep up with that. How can I ensure that I'm making money when I don't know when they run it up or when they run it down? This is how you know. My opinion now. You make sure you're in the market 365 days a year. That's how you win both ways. See, when I'm in the market 365 days a year, guys, I'm buying shares on the way down. So I'm buying the dip through DCA. I'm buying the dip through DCA on the way down. So guess what's happening to my price per share? It's going down. See, I'm really building my wealth on the way down as the 1% run this thing down. I'm dollar cost averaging in, and I'm buying down my cost basis all the way to the low. So now, had you been doing that since around, let's say June, in June, they started the propaganda to run things down. Had you been DCA in all the way from June down, your cost basis for these big boy blue chips would be on the low right now. But the only way you would have been on the low is if you would have been in the market every day through DCA. Not trying to time the market, but in the market, time in the market instead of timing the market. Had you done that, you would have been, your cost per share would be on the low right now. Guess what? All of those shares that you bought down, stepping down through buying the dip, now guess what they're getting ready to do? Ready to go right back up. Now, had I been in the market the whole year through DCA, dollar cost averaging in, I'm in a good position now to make a large net worth jump. I am. Because some of you may say, well, golly, from January to June, I made a lot of money, but from July, from late part of June through July, I lost a lot of that momentum. That's one way to look at it. That's not the way I look at it. See, everything that I made in June, from January to June, guys, is preserved. It's preserved. In my opinion, it's preserved. Because those shares, although may seem like they're trading lower, once this thing bounces back, which it will, and what does history tell us? Typically when it bounces back, it goes higher than the last time it got to its all-time high. It typically eclipses the all-time high. So all of those shares that I bought from January to June, guess what? I'm gonna get all of that back and more off of those same shares. This is what the stock market tells me from history. But here's where I really make the money. All of those shares that I DCA'd in or bought from the late part of June through July, through Black Monday, when them things go back to where it started and then exceeds that, that's where you're going to really get the lift. So that's why for me, it's important for me to be in the market 365 days a year. Don't take no days off because I never know when the market's going to run. Either way, run up or run down. I never know. And as long as I'm in the market through DCA, I participate in all the downside, but I also participate in all the upside. The downside ain't bad, guys, if I'm a long-term guy, because I get to buy big boy blue chips at a discount. So that's not all bad. For me, it's not. I love buying the dip. I don't know what you like doing. You may do something different, but I'm just telling you guys, in the market, time in the market, in my opinion, in my history, has always done better for me than when I try to time the market. I just never done well trying to time the market. And I've tried it a couple of times, and I just didn't do well because I timed it wrong. I'll tell you the last one I timed wrong. Trying to time the market the other day, Serve Robotics, Black Monday. This is how I tried to time the market and I missed. Black Monday, pre-market, Serve Robotics was trading at $10 a share. Now, what I should have done is just got on in pre-market and bought the dang on thing. But no, not me. I'm going to try to time it. I'm going to try to time it to $8 a share. But it never got there. It never got to $8 a share. Guess what it did? As soon as the market opened, it started climbing. See, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all guys, this time in the market thing, even for a guy like me that's been doing this for a long time, sometimes I mess it up. That's why it's just better to be time in the market. See, had I just set my position, limit order, in pre-market, bought the dang on thing at $10 a share, guess what, this week, it climbed up to what, 15 or 16? Bingo. There's my money. Even a guy like me. See, all I'm telling you guys is time in the market beats trying to time it. As retail investors, we never time it right. 1%ers will time it right because they're manipulating. See, 1%ers are manipulating. They can time it right. We can't. So all I'm telling you right now is, right now, instead of you trying to sit here and time it, oh, I'm going to time it right when it's right there. I'm going to time it. One day before Nvidia's earnings, I'm going to time it. Don't do that, in my opinion. Find a position that you're comfortable with and execute. That way you get time in the market and you're ready to go. I don't know if we have a setback next week or we gain next week or we lose next week. I don't know. What I do believe personally is as we get closer and closer to August 28th, I think things jump for the whole market, especially semiconductors. I just do. I think you're starting to see evidence of that when you look at this bullish options positions. You look at the bullish option positions that have been taken this week. All right? When you look at Monday and you see the buying volume of the 1%, the institutional investors, those are all signs to me that things are getting ready to rock and roll. They're getting ready to roll. Something's getting ready to happen. That's a sign to me that something's getting ready to happen, guys. And I hope you guys put yourself in a position to take advantage of that. I hope you do. I hope you do, guys. Now, in order to put yourself in a position to take advantage of that, you got to get down to the description box and click on the Moo link. Now, this first article that I read you guys, that I walked you through, was the Moo. That's the Moo app. This is where I got the information from, guys. So not only is this a world-class brokerage app for buying and selling stocks and ETFs, but it's also a very, very great place to get intel that's nicely done and nicely put together that the average person can understand it. Not fooled with a lot of jargon that we can't understand, but just normal, simple explanation of what's happening. So that's the article I just read you. Had you had the Moo app set up, you have access to this. But here's the good news. You can get access to it today. All you got to do is get down to the description box, click on the Moo link, open up the Moo account, Put your $100 in your Moomoo account. When you initially open it, you're going to get 8 free stocks, publicly traded companies. Could be a mega cap, could be a hyperscaler, could be a semiconductor, who knows? But you're going to get 8 publicly traded companies. Put $1,000 in there when you open your new Moomoo brokerage account, you're going to get 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies. Could be hyperscalers, could be mega caps, could be semiconductors, could be other industry titans. I don't know. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to get you up to 20 free stocks when you put $1,000 and position yourself and get ready to go on this run? Because we're getting ready to go on a run, in my opinion. Just my opinion, not a financial advisor, not trying to tell you what to do, but just giving you my opinion. Get down in that description box, click on that Moomoo link, sign up today, put some money in there, get you up to 20 free stocks, and put yourself in position to get on this rocket ship. Rocket ship is getting ready to take off. They're starting to put rocket fuel in the rocket ship tanks. That's what's starting to happen right now. Rocket ship is scheduled to take off on August 29th. Matter of fact, it's going to take off on August 28th after Nvidia's earnings report. That's when the rocket ship takes off. Still got some seats, but you got to have a great brokerage account, a great brokerage app to be able to put yourself in a position to take advantage and get on the rocket ship. So get down in the description box, click on that Moomoo link, and get yourself ready to go. Get yourself ready to go. And then send me an email through the website, www.richardfain.com. Second link down in the description box. Send me an email. Let me know you've opened a Moomoo account. Let me know you funded it. And then I'm going to go ahead and send you some tutorial videos so that this week you can be ready to go, money in your brokerage account, and you've learned how to use the app. You'll be ready to go. By the end of this week, you'll have money funded, you'll know how to use the app, and you'll be locked and loaded, ready to go, ready to execute, ready to build wealth. So get down in that description box, click on the Moomoo link, open up that Moomoo account today, go get that free stock, go get that free money. Guys, critical time in our life right now. This is one of the greatest opportunities to build wealth, but if we are not careful, we won't get there. We won't make it. If we're not careful, we won't make it. I'm here to tell you, you can make it. But what you got to do is put yourself in a position where you're ready to make it. You got to put yourself in a position where you're ready to make it, guys. And I think right now, there is no greater opportunity, in my opinion. Y'all might disagree with me. I don't think there's no greater opportunity in American history when it comes to financials to build wealth. Do it right now, right? Build wealth, do it right now, and get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm telling you, there is no greater time than right now to do that. So hopefully you guys will go ahead and take advantage of that, opportunity that I just gave you today. Hopefully you'll take advantage of getting down in the description box and clicking on the Moomoo link and open up Moomoo. Get yourself a resource for financial information like I just gave you. Plus, get you a world-class self-directed brokerage app. And you're going to get up to 20 free stocks. I don't know how you beat that. I don't know how you turn that down, but I'm all over it if it was me. All I can tell you is get in and get ready to go. Get ready to get on this rocket ship, strap in, and get ready to go because it's getting ready to take off. Get over to the website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Get over to the website. Check out those digital products. They can also help you get yourself on the rocket ship. And also consider joining the Wealth Builder Mentorship Group over on the Patreon site, which is through my website. Just click on the membership button or the join button and join the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We'd love to have you over there, guys. We'd love you to be a part of it. So consider it. Come join. Come check us out. Right? We would love to have you. I just want to say thank you guys for rocking with me today. I'm getting ready to get on out of here and go do some stuff. Thank y'all for checking in on this Saturday. Hopefully you guys will have a wonderful Saturday. Go out and do something nice for yourself. Go out and do something nice for somebody else that doesn't involve money, right? Make this world a better place. Go out and do something to make this world a better place today. Thank y'all for checking in. Lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. I appreciate y'all more than you know. Like I said, get down in that description box and check out those links. Make sure you give me a follow on Instagram. Go down to the description box, click on my Richard Fame Millionaire Mentor Instagram link and give me a follow. And then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me so I can say thank you. I'm going to be back here again on Sunday morning for a 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time live stream with some more information that I think is pertinent to us getting to where we need to get to. Hopefully this information I gave you today is helpful, guys. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it helps you collapse time frames and hopefully get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's the whole key, right? Hopefully you see value in joining a group of people like my wealth builders through my website so you can be part of that mentorship group. I mean, 850 plus members in 4 months of people all dedicated to building wealth. We're called wealth builders. We'd love to have you as a part of the wealth building group, club. Come join us. You can join us through the website. Like I said, second link down in the description box. Well, all right, man. I am going to get out of here. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy. Get wealthy. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.